Rwenzoris. Somewhere back there is Margarita, which is super high, like 5,000 meters. And we were just looking at a demo plot. Demo plot is where you try to get farmers to do some different practices in order to show how you can get better yields. So for example, these trees here have never been pruned, and the yields just sort of start shrinking, and the health of the tree can, become at risk. So the standard thing is to stump coffee every 8 years, something in there. And you do a full stump, and it's really important like how you do it, and that then grows back new herbaceous growth that's stronger, and you can sort of increase the vigor of the tree. And also we just saw an example where some suckers were left and the stem borer came back by not doing a complete pruning. That's a very cool umbrella you have there. So we're about 1,500 meters. One thing for sure is that this is like at the equator, and there's coffee here. I guess we'll see in a little bit, around 1,900 meters. And as you kind of think of altitude and climate as relative in relation to the equator, that's actually 1,500 is quite high. Actually, I think it's 1,450 at the plot we were just at. All right. Always trailing behind the group. I don't know why. Just slow. So what are the other insects here?
So this is a berry borer. These are just stem mealybugs. They just suck from the stem.
With the ants?
Yes. No, they are not ants. They are suckers. Like they are mealybugs. They can either be on the stem.
Do the ants transfer them or no?
Ants?
Yeah.
Like
in Kenya.
Yes, you'll find ants moving around because they eat their flesh.
They eat the, yeah.
So seeing ants is an indicator. If the ants are coming from underground, then get to know these are in the roots. If they are on the surface, again you'll see ants on them.
Which is this one?
This one is this beetle.
Huh?
Forgetting.
Yeah, it's okay. It's beautiful.
There is this. This is the fungus, the rust. Then this is the berry disease.
CBD.
Then this is what it bores inside here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the borer.
Right. Yes. Cool. Thank you.
This is a ladybug.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that feeds on these mealybugs again.
Right.
So they are
These are the beneficial.
Yes.
Yeah.
This again is a ladybug.
Yeah.
And this is a wasp, mantis, lacebug, something like that.
Wasp.
Yeah. This is a bee.
Oh.
Yeah.
These little tiny green coffee cherries are fly crop. This is fruit tree. I don't know if that's like a mangosteen or what. But this is not, this is for a fly crop harvest, which looks to be pretty big, judging from some of these trees. And in this area they've finished harvesting. Got some people just hanging out. Here's got some jackfruit. That's cool. Climbed the tree and listened to all the sounds and found the ripe ones. These are umbrellas here. But here's another demo plot for coffee. They've tagged them for trees that they're testing to see fertilizer versus non-fertilizer. And they've used a saw to make a very clean, angular cut, which is what you want to do. You want to hack at it with a machete. Yeah, this farmer kind of went in big with the pruning. And it's getting some good strong stems coming back. It's a little unclear what varieties are here in Rwenzoris. There's a lot of SL28 and another SL type that I'm not sure what it is. SL28 from Kenya and Bourbon or Bourbon. And it's kind of unsure what's what. I'm not going to take a guess. Although these definitely are not Katimors and they're old varieties. These trees are about 20 years old. It's an interesting multi-trunked one here. This must have been a real beast before they trimmed it. Soil here is pretty amazing. I would probably buy this stuff for my garden. Just really rich, lots of organic material. I'm not sure how dense it is or how well draining it is. Yeah, this is like just about 1450 meters, but given that we're so close to the equator, the altitudes are kind of relatively higher than the numbers as you move further away. You know, like 2,000 meters farther away from the equator could be the equivalent of 1500s near the equator in terms of the effect on coffee at altitude and climate to some degree. I'll tell you, the sun is gnarly. I need to stay in the shade. Uganda like it. So much potential here for quality, but too much of an old processing system with a lot of middlemen. And then not that can't be worked with. You can work with the middlemen and cut them in on the deal, essentially, while improving the traceability, being able to work with farmers, and then just not a lot of roads, not a lot of infrastructure to get to the coffee. So, all right. Look, I found a pen. Oh, dang. Oh well. This is one of the problems with stumping and why farmers don't like to do it. You can see just coffee being lost to them. That's really hard to see that go. But this is his unstumped coffee. And this is the demo plot that he's done. So you're going to get this different kind of strong initial growth from the sun, and then it'll start shading itself like it is over here, and can revitalize the trees. But this is him in the red hat. This is the farmer, and he has 18 people in his household. So, and coffee is his source of cash. It's his only crop that he can sell. Otherwise, it's just sustenance, things he grows to eat. So it's a pretty big deal for a pretty important decision. And a lot of times when people do demo plots, the farmers kind of hedge their bets and do, some this way, some that way, and try to try to see which works better and prove it to themselves. And I guess that's the point of a demo. It's a demonstration to themselves about whether this is gonna work and get them more coffee and more money for 18 mouths.
Old coffee is so beautiful. It's much more like a orchard, a tree orchard. But this just isn't gonna produce much.
Again, this is baby jackfruit, papa jackfruit. It's gotta be like 40 pounds. All right, this is a holler. Everybody holler.